Well, Israel Houghton is with us this morning, and he is considered a forerunner and architect of cross-cultural praise and worship. He's written literally hundreds of songs for the church worldwide and is an award-winning producer and arranger. He's also the founder of New Breed Music and worship leader at Lakewood Church in Houston, Texas, where he lives with his wife and 3 children. Israel, it's a privilege to have you on the show today.
It's a pleasure to be here. After that introduction, I can't wait to hear what I have to say.
Hey, come on, we can't wait either. Israel, can you tell us a little bit more about New Breed? What is that all about?
New Breed is, it started back in 1995 when I was sort of saying, okay, I'm going to record and really do this for a living now. I decided really early on I didn't really want to be Israel Houghton, the island by himself, but really this team concept and this, this bringing the sound of heaven, to the earth and being a part of covering the earth. And I felt like the only way to do that is to find people of like spirit who want to see the cultures crossed, who want to see the barriers come down between, the church. Right. And so really it was a deliberate, intentional kind of all-star team we put together. I kind of get to be this player coach on this team. Everybody in the group serves in their local church as leaders. Most of them are the primary worship leader in their church. Wow. So it's just, it's fun.
Who are some of those people?
Well, I'll start, all the singers, Stacy Joseph, Jameel Whiting, Daniel Johnson, Dacry Brown, who's also the choir director at Lakewood, and a host of others. There's too many to mention right now.
That's fantastic. I love the song, I Am Not Forgotten. It's when I listen to it, it's like black gospel meets Arabic twist, you know? That's sounds to be, is like an earmark of yours, this mixing of ethnic sounds. Tell us how that happens.
Well, I think if you can categorize something, you can cancel it at any time. And so we've really deliberately fought being categorized, And so we'll infuse just different styles and rhythms and melodies and things like that on purpose, just because we feel like we've only scratched the surface of what music is. I think when we get to heaven, we're going to hear things we never thought we would hear before. And so our goal is to tap into that as much as we can while on earth.
That's great.
You have an amazing testimony, Israel, and your impact, the impact of your upbringing has shaped your life and I'm sure your future. Can you tell us about that?
It certainly has. Well, to make it real short, my mother's white, my father's black, and my mother got pregnant at 17, and her family basically said, if you don't have an abortion, we're going to disown you.
Wow.
And I thank God, of course, that she chose to be disowned. And months later, when she was 8 months pregnant, her and my father split up. So thousands of miles from home, disowned by her family, strung out on drugs. It was like sort of like a movie,
Wow.
And this lady just came up to her and shared the gospel with her. And to make a long story short, she got on her knees right on the street corner and gave her life to Christ. And I really see the but God in this. You say something and go, everything was horrible, but God.
Right.
And when you insert but God, all of that cancels out.
Fantastic.
And God takes over. And God had a plan the whole time.
That's great.
You've just recorded an album in Africa.
Yes.
What was that experience like?
It was surreal. It was almost as surreal as being here right now.
I think is this it here?
That's it. Alive in South Africa, the CD and the DVD. And really, the heart for this project was seeded 12 years ago when I first went to Cape Town, and fell in love with the people, fell in love with the culture, fell in love with the church there, and really said, I want to do a live recording here. And it took us 12 years to pull it together, but it was really just a dream come true.
Israel, you're an influential voice for Christianity and worship around the world. Someone must have impacted your life. Can you tell us who the most influential person has been for you?
Well, again, my mother, and I'm admittedly a mama's boy. I value so much what her decisions have been and her tenacity. And so I've drawn, obviously, a lot from that. Musically, it was Andre Crouch. The first concert I ever saw was Andre Crouch. I was 5 years old. I was about 10 feet from his piano.
Wow.
And I just said, that's what I want to do.
He's phenomenal.
Oh yeah, and I mean, you know, I think every artist in the every Christian artist in the world should be sending Andre Crouch a tithe, just because of all the doors he's opened as a pioneer.
True. He's written some great songs, hasn't he?
Absolutely.
We've got just about 30 seconds left. Lakewood Church, Joel Osteen. What is that like?
It's phenomenal. I mean, it really has been a phenomenon there in Houston. When I started there 5 years ago, there were about 8,000 to 10,000 people coming to church there. And since then, I mean, between leading worship with Cindy and what God has done in Joel's life, the thing has exploded to over 45,000 people.
Phenomenal.
And it's incredible to be involved in that. I love it.
We're out of time, unfortunately. Thank you so
No,
much
it's
for
okay.
coming in, Israel, and being here at the conference. It's just been
Thank
so
you.
great to have you.
Thank you very much.
Good to
morning.
meet you.
All right.
We'll be back right after this break.